Alright, these next couple problems, I'm just going to do two more before y'all can work on the rest of them by yourselves, involve a little bit more algebra, so I'm just going to walk through them so you know how to do them. So if you look at the problem, there's x plus 16 and then 4x minus 5, and they're opposite of each other with that vertex in the middle, so that means that they're going to be set equal to each other. So we want to write out our expression. So x plus 16 equals 4x minus 5. So we'll draw the line down the middle. It looks a little different than some of the ones we've done before, but it's not too bad. Start by getting rid of the plus or the minus so we don't have any negatives. So we want to subtract this 5 from this side. So we're going to do plus 5 on both sides. So then that goes away. And then we're 16 plus 5 is 21. So we have x plus 21 equals 4x. Then we want to subtract x from both sides because we want to combine our like terms. And we have 21 equals 3x. So, and then we did that because x is the same thing as 1x. So we just wanted to subtract 1x from each side. So 4x minus 1x is just 3x. So last step, we'll divide both sides by 3. And then we get that 7 equals x. And if you were to plug it back in, 7 times 4 is 28, minus 5 is 23. And we should get the same thing over here. 7 plus 16 is 23. So that's how you know that you got the right answer. Alright, last one. So this one is asking for a few more things other than just finding x. So we want to solve for x, but then we also want to find the measure of all those angles. So we'll have an x value, and then we'll have 4 angles. So we'll have a total of 5 numbers that we need. So let's start by finding x. When we have these two that are next to each other, instead they are going to be supplementary angles instead of vertical angles. So we want them to add up to 180 degrees, not equal to each other. So we have 2x plus 9 plus 3x plus 1 equals 180. So we have more numbers than we've been using in the past, but all you need to do is just combine your like terms, and it will look just like the other problems. So 2x plus 3x is 5x, and then 9 plus 1 is 10. And then we still have our equal to 180. And now it looks like all the other problems we've been doing. So we'll draw our line, subtract 10 from both sides, and then we're left with 5x equals 170. When we divide both sides by 5, we have x equals 34. So we have what x equals, but now we need to know how to plug it in and what all of these values are going to be worth. So let's start by plugging in here. So 2 times 34 plus 9 is going to be 77. So I did 2 times 34 plus 9, and that's where I got my 77. That kind of looks like an X, so I'll erase it and do a dot just so you know. So 2 times 34 plus 9. Then the next one, we want to do this 3x plus 1. So you want 3 times 34 plus 1, and that's going to be 103 degrees. So now we have a 77 and we have 103. If you were to add those up, that would be 180, so we know that's right. And now we're done with all the algebra because we can use vertical angles to figure out the opposite. So if this one's 77, that means this one has to be 77. And then likewise, since we know this is 103 degrees, the vertical angle opposite of it would also be 103 degrees. So we have our x value, that's 34. Then we plugged it in, got 77 and 103, and then we found its opposite vertical angles. Anytime you have vertical angles, you'll always only have 2 different degree measurements. You should never have more than 2 because the angles opposite of each other are equal. So that's another way that you can check your answers. So go ahead and do the next 6 on your own, or you may work with a partner, or you can ask me if you still need help on them.